Good evening, everyone.
What were we doing
Welcome
again?
to a late night Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream. Race to Turnabout 4.3 trial. We're near the end. Let's go.
It's been about a month. We know exactly what's going on.
February
Yeah.
10, 3:36
Have
p.m.
luck.
District Court, courtroom number 7. Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the result of the test we had performed earlier. I hope you all remember the test.
It was a pop quiz about Germany and the Cold War.
Exactly.
That's an interesting topic. At least I know all the vocabulary for that, because I had English history. Best?
Germany.
Yes, test. On the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree.
Was that relevant? Oh, yeah, that! I totally didn't forget about it.
That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim.
So, what are the results? Was it the victim's blood or...
Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, you had like weeks to months.
However, we have identified this definitely human blood.
There's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was red. It was not the victim's blood though.
Gee. Thanks.
That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial.
So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. Then whose was it?
Dagger. Found stuck in a pine tree in the inner temple garden. The blood doesn't match the victim's. Dagger updated in the court record.
Oh,
I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution knows this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims.
I understand, Your Honor. I have brought my hairspray.
The firmest of hair.
Boy, from what I've heard, your hair is quite soft, and the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So let's finish this quickly.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The witness is Maya. Very well. Please bring in the last witness.
The last witness sounds kind of like a thriller name.
Yeah, it does.
Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Fey, I'm a bum.
my profession is I'm the assistant manager at Wright and Co. Law Offices.
You wish! Maya, I'm lying to them.
According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the Korean channeling technique.
And you completely invalidated your entire thing already.
I'm frightened. That's what I am. The fake clan. I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, Maya. The pain the Fey bloodline causes must be unbearable.
Very well. Now then, Miss Fey. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the inner temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Delise Disney's murder. Is this correct?
I
This instant, young lady.
Straighten up the microphone, you mean?
Yes.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying and dying later.
But I.
Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. Remember that. And remember there's nothing you can do to change that fact that's flashing before your eyes now.
Whoa.
But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let me squeeze the testimony out of you? On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
Witness, if you please.
You're not gonna be like, Godot, please calm down?
Yes, Your Honor.
The judge was ready to call it, and then Godot was like, no. We must go deeper.
Yeah.
I was passing through the garden on the way to spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been this star.
Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry,
Like,
Nick,
still
but I
being
really
hard.
couldn't.
Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
It will be hard to identify the criminal by testimony alone, so I guess we have to rely on evidence as well.
Ugh.
Right? Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. Maybe someone had the airco really low in the cave.
Yeah, maybe.
Anything jump out at us?
The chill was low, but I'm holding on.
Someone jumped out of the cave? Really?
I was passing through the garden on the way. Well, oh yeah.
Any of these?
Stop. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. Help me.
I think I
Help me?
screamed. That's kind of weak. Let me press this one.
Yeah.
Help me!
You think you screamed, but you're not sure?
In my mind, I did. Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark, and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child, a hobbit? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits. Maybe it was a chicken.
Believe me there, I certainly would have soiled my robes.
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Wow, it sounds like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do I do? Do I press her for more details?
Always press.
So we can be like, what did she scream? Or we can focus on my last hope.
Last hope.
My last hope?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
I tapped into the. Oh no.
I swear I did not spend any conversation about the song festival. I don't remember.
Look,
I mean,
you
it's
were
literally on the court records.
you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see, and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me!"
Yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Did I? Oh, well, that's like... What do you call it when that happens?
In your case, déjà vu. Maya's not doing so well up there.
Oh yeah, oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker. But that's not who I was screaming at.
Oh?
What?
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming to for help. Aha!
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Interesting. Let's.
Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I meant to keep that part a secret. What have I done?
Huh. Takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
I guess that's what you have to say when you are on the
Ton
bathroom.
of pressure.
Because of all the
Hey,
coffee.
you're the god of law here, not a toilet. You can't make things up or try to hide things in the chamber.
No, but some of the things you come out of you should just go into the crapper instead.
Witness, the
Point.
information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
Okay. I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh my.
Tell us about it.
A man. Who was this man?
Well, you see,
Oh, please no. Okay,
I couldn't see.
it's not gonna be the idiot. Please tell me it's not the idiot. You couldn't see. She's used this excuse twice now.
Well, you know, lantern light isn't very bright, just like me.
Lantern
Larry?
light, did you say?
There's a great big stone lantern in the garden. They always light it when an acolyte is there for training.
Ooh, mood lighting.
Hmm. Hey, you know what they say? Under the lantern, hey, darkness reigns. Woo, woo.
And that's a very bad lantern.
So I could see the person that was further away. Hey, hey, but not my attacker, who was closer. Plus, there weren't any other light sources in the garden at the time. Whoop, whoop.
Hmm. Alright.
That's all the Chit has to say on that.
Then
song.
something warm splashed over me.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Well, Maya, you should try a little bit harder.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, that is just awkward. Well, I guess we present the stone lantern.
So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah.
No. That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise Disney. Otherwise known as Misty Faye. Your mother.
The killer.
Maya. You know who killed your mother, don't you?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
To be frank, Your Honor, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed a huge problem with her testimony. In fact, the problem is almost as huge as the stone lantern.
What do you mean? What problem?
Oh, yeah. On the night of the crime, the stone lantern was out of commission.
Oh, what?
It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
Oh, what?
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, explain this.
Add the pureness of milk to the perfect. Clear darkness of coffee and stir. That is the state of a witness's mind right now. A cup of coffee au lait.
Café au lait? Is that even legal?
Ole!
Not in Italy.
Mr. Tright's words are the milk, and you are the spoon, Your Honor.
I feel offended and like someone just touched me in a bad way. Help, I want a shower.
I'm a spoon? I'm no Spoony Bard, I'll have you know. It's a Spoony Bard joke.
You must have noticed the two Tright. This witness's mental state is abysmal right now.
Yeah, I did notice it, but it's not too far from usual.
It's not too hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that.
Sorry, but that's not going to cut it.
What did you say?
She's always mental.
We're all mad in here. Oh wait, wrong fiction. If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony.
Nick.
May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. And she quite clearly described him as a man.
Ah,
In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person. Despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
no.
Yes!
Order, order. What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
Objection.
Right. Do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no other light source at the scene, and even I can't see in the dark.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot.
Huh?
Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him.
Wait, was it Godot? With a glowy eye mask, that's why she saw?
That would be insane as a reveal, but Godot wasn't even there, right? So.
What if he's been
Cover?
waiting in the snow the entire time?
But the man that killed her mother?
There is only one conclusion I can draw from this. The killer is Mr. Edgeworth. I'll stick to the script for the next 10 minutes or so. You know who the man was, is. I didn't read that fast enough.
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please. I'm begging you.
I didn't kill her, did I?
Ah. You talk a good game, Trite, but let's see if you can walk the walk.
Can someone tell me I did not kill her?
It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please. Stop.
Maya is dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth. Actually, not. I'm supposed to protect my witness, my client, not find the truth.
Alright, Mr. Wright, time to show us what you've got. Who was this person that you say Miss Faye saw in the dark?
I have
Well,
a terrible feeling about this.
just for Steph, I'm gonna show Godot.
Yeah.
Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes?
What? But how do you propose to show us something like that?
It's
Turn off the
easy.
light.
We just need to recreate the conditions of that night. First, we need a ton of
Conditions?
snow in the courtroom.
Yes, like, then we need a big
And
stone
then-
lantern.
And
And we-
then we set something on fire. We need the thunderstorm inside as well. Your Honor, the defense officially requests
Turn off the lights for a second.
that all the lights in this courtroom be turned off.
And that somebody gets a large amount of snow.
This is... But it can't be.
Ah. That was a nice bit of deduction. Tried.
Heck yeah, I'm so good.
Well, everyone. This is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder, or someone wearing a similar model.
Order, order, order. Prosecutor Godot, what is the meaning of this? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it?
Ah. Your Honor. You're asking the wrong person.
What do you mean by that?
If you've got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night, was it Cyclops over there?
Okay.
Well, witness, answer the question.
You're wrong. I never saw that.
Maya!
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man. For a totally different reason.
But we do at least get an achievement for this,
It
right?
was the body odor. It was exactly like at the gym.
Stop
Or
your
any night where they
chattering,
play
Your-
Magic the Gathering at a shop.
Stop your chattering with that. And Your Honor.
I'd like to point out that in
Reminded
that
me
cases
of
women
Comic-Con.
also sweat, but fine.
You have clearly
If it's
never
good.
been to one of these nights, Alex, or to Comic-Con.
If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Alright. Well then, let's continue with the testimony. Please tell us how you knew that the killer was a man. Yes, Your Honor, it was his BO. Have you ever been to Comic-Con?
Yes, Gunnar. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but the smell lingered. When I came to, I was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit and the body was gone. And all of the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too. Since the person did all the work alone, I just assumed it was a man. Oh, okay.
Because obviously only men are capable of physical labor ever.
So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just assumed physical labor, you know? Like yuck, my nail.
But no need to apologize, young lady. It's, as Mr. Godot said, you're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume that the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Well, there is something weird, right? Because what she just said was, she passed out,
She woke up elsewhere, yeah.
and she was on the training hall floor, and then she went back to the garden, and it had totally place. And she says the body was gone. How did she know there was a body? I'm gonna press her.
Body was gone. Well, she was at an entirely different location. But she came back. Yeah, she passed out before anyone died.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Phoenix focuses on the torches. Whoops.
The torches were lit?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Yes, that's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
I'm going to say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be?
Well, the killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body?
That's true. It's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the inner temple, Maya.
Very well. Let me hear some more about the condition of the crime. Okay. Sure, talk to us about this one.
So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? It did look really odd. The snow was removed in an unnatural looking rectangular shape around the lantern. If I didn't know better, I would assume there might be a trapdoor.
Also, how is
There
a
were a lot
rectangle
of
natural?
shovels around the inner temple. It was like Stephanie's armory.
They were all super fans of Shovel Knight.
Well, Mika, if you were to, for example, melt snow from a fire source, it would be more circular.
Well, No, I don't know what you're talking about. The snow that naturally falls underneath my square umbrella in the yard is always perfectly squarely missing a hole. That's natural, right?
Sure.
You also have plants with perfectly square leaves in your garden, right?
Oh yeah, I of course cut them off to be squares.
Can you
I just
imagine?
imagine that. Yes, that's the terrible part. Yes, I can imagine Mika doing that.
Be like, yes, I have some beliefs that are like not perfectly round. Have a shaper with me to stamp them into neatly round shapes. And others need to be all squares.
If you're not
like
round,
I
you're a
said,
square.
there were a lot of shovels around the inner temple. But they're all really heavy. Way too heavy for me to use. I only use plastic shovels.
An
So
odd
you
fellow indeed,
use-
this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away?
Well, there's one thing I can think of. It's really easy, actually. So imagine you were building a indoor skiing park in Dubai.
Ah.
Mm.
Yes, that makes perfect sense in Japan.
Didn't you say that a lot of the victims' blood sprayed onto the snow?
Yeah. There, yeah, I collapsed and ended up splattered.
So does it mean you got to change in between? Because your clothes seem fine.
Like-
In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation.
Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. If the killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it, there was no need to remove that amount of snow.
That's true. He could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood.
It looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue.
But I think this will help explain them.
Okay, well, explain
No, it does not.
your sexism, Maya.
So you're saying that you never saw the killer, right?
Yeah.
But earlier you very clearly stated that you saw a man behind your attacker.
Nick, I'm sorry. I just decided to be sexist today when I woke up, okay?
Good thing I leave you sleeping on the floor. The killer certainly went through a lot of trouble. Moving the body by pendulum, manipulating the crime scene. But for what purpose? Why do all that? Maybe Maya knows more than she's letting on.
It was you, but you forgot. You blocked it out. You
blocked
killed
out.
it.
Yeah,
You
but what's
killed
my
it.
motive?
To protect
Protecting
Maya.
Maya from devastation.
Yeah.
So you lost
Unite all
consciousness when you were...
lawyers within this nation.
when you were in the garden. Is that right?
Meow, that's right.
Meow, I think. I think it happened when the V victim was stabbed. It was lying next to the C victim.
How
So
many
then the person
victims
that
were
carried
there?
you in. Enough for every letter of the alphabet. Next question.
Now just the C and the V. Because that's the only curriculum that's with Thai.
Steph, go home. You're drunk. So then the person that carried you in the inner temple.
It could have only been the killer.
That's what I think too.
So the killer carried Maya into the inner temple.
By the time I got back in the garden, to the garden, the place had totally changed.
Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes. I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
A disturbance in the force?
Yeah. I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for me. For my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden,
She may have thought that you had done it.
No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
yeah, I'm sure of it.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, there's a big problem with that. Because your name is on the pillar.
That's just coincidence.
Yeah.
The body of Elise Disney was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime. Pardon? Hiccup? The snow where we suspected was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd.
Oh, what would that be?
That our witness claims that she's an assistant manager at my place.
And what would the other thing be?
You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godard.
She is not an employee at all.
It's a message written in blood on the lantern.
No shock.
What do you mean?
It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya.
Ah,
Or is it Artyom and we're having trouble reading it again? If the Yes, the color. If the color was so motivated to provide Maya from suspicion,
Are you
Then
okay?
why didn't they wipe the
you
writing off the
didn't-
lantern?
You didn't read a single word of that sentence right.
Ah, you're high.
That explains.
I'm
Order,
high
order.
on justice.
But Mr. Wright, isn't it a fact that you smoked a fat blunt before trying to cover up the crime scene?
Mm-mm. Indeed. But it doesn't make much more sense to move the bloody and remove the body snow.
Bloody the buddy. No.
And then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all. The bloody writing.
The bloody rotting.
Yes. You have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior.
He was also high on justice.
Why would this killer move the body and remove all that snow? But then leave the bloody writing on the lantern.
The bloody rotting.
The bloody writing.
I don't know what the killer's plan was. I'm just bullshitting my way to the truth. But it is a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it.
Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern? Because the killer wrote it? Pinned the crime on
Could
Maya?
also be old.
Or the killer didn't notice?
But he definitely wouldn't write it if he's trying to cover stuff up.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. If he's making sure that we get Maya out of the cave as well, then writing the message would help.
Yeah, but that would be more of the second option then. Or the killer didn't notice it.
Explain.
Why would the killer not notice it? Was Maya like standing in front? No. Maya was not.
Well, we proved that Cyclops can't see it.
Oh my god, imagine that Godot actually is the murderer. And the killer. That would be insane.
Prosecutor Godot, earlier in this trial you gave me some good advice. Specifically it was about coffee preparation methods. I'll try that at home. However, once you eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the best coffee.
The best god.
Maybe I'm not as dumb as I thought.
The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make any sense unless you see everything in red. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person who sees red would miss something as glaring as that.
The question is though, how did removing the snow? Ah, big area because you're not sure where it all landed. You're right.
Yeah.
There is no
He
way
could have
any
still, yeah.
normal person would.
What? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
There is only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether.
And who would that be? Who is the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing?
Oh, that's
Well,
easy.
oh,
Who
that's
is who is the
point at
person
him
most
again.
who's
Fucking
the person
Larry.
most likely to see to notice to not notice things? It's
The
clearly Gumshoe.
artist is not colorblind. He just
Right.
has no fucking sense of artistry.
If this is actually Gordon, by the way, I don't understand how you had have planned out so much to do all of this and then not have brought a set of blue light headlamps.
Mr.
Like, that would
Godot.
be crazy.
This is what you said yesterday. That's bloody goat coffee.
Next flashback.
Also, next flashback.
My eyesight is
My
pretty
eye-
messed up. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yours.
No, I thought you were gonna say it. Go ahead, that was the plan.
Oh, I'm not doing a Godot impression, okay. Even
Yeah.
with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Godot?
Well,
This lantern was submitted as evidence today. We brought the entire thing into the courtroom. Pearls is carrying it. I would like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented, where Pearls heaved it onto the judge's desk in a show of strength.
This lantern. It's so heavy. How does this little girl just move it? Also, there's something written on it. Why, it's written in blood.
nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. Gordon, by the way, has never seen the inside of whistles.
Well, it's mostly full of saliva, right?
Yeah.
Spit and rust.
Mr. Godot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? Hey, that does mean he cannot see my tie.
Yeah, indeed.
Am I wearing a
Why
tie,
always causing
Godot?
pride? He's like this dude doesn't even wear a tie. That's not a real lion.
Oh,
a
that's
real
why he's so
man.
disrespectful about Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense,
yeah.
makes
It's
sense.
like
It's
he
all
can't
coming
even
together.
dress properly.
That's right, we went through this once before. During the poisoning case at Très Bien.
The apron the delightful Miss Bright was wearing at the time.
Weird. Still not a bride.
Still not a bride.
And somehow spilled coffee on. Hey, I have to recreate the scene from back then. This is a flashback.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. There's still something bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
I don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-covered stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain.
And that's kind of mean that they just don't tell him that stuff.
Well, many people probably assumed he could see it. It's like, well, this is bloody obvious. Huh?
I think that's how it happened. You could see the coffee on the white apron. But you couldn't see the ketchup. Because you were hyper-focusing on the coffee.
Ah, it's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them?
So then, Mr. Godot, Are you admitting? Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern?
Hey, Camps, didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea.
Can't see it.
It's the only reason.
I wasn't sure about it until now, but this Godot person is super sketchy. And also, I think he's the murderer. But
I can't
there's
even
no
believe it
going back
myself.
now.
We were not joking when we were incriminating him. Whoops.
I've finally figured out the truth. Maybe, probably. Mr. Godot. The defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Elise Disney, also known as Miss Misty Fey.
It's hard to believe this may be true. However, once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you.
Just make sure you don't fill out the indignant red ink cramps. Come on, how does a little graffiti make me the killer? Besides, as long as it's my name that's written there.
I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red.
This is rich. Go on, right?
The answer is right there at the crime scene. It says Maya. Clearly she is guilty. Wait, no. In the snow. Yeah, it's in the snow. The answer is in the snow.
The snow? How so?
Well, for example, why did the killer move all the snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take out just that area?
Yes, why didn't he just take out that area? Oh! Could it be?
Yes. The killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped into the snow, and since he wasn't killing a noble, it was red. So he had to remove all the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
Is it not likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark?
Fucking
Objection, the lanterns were lit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, couldn't you have brought a Geiger counter with you? With all the Magatamas they have, their blood must be absolutely radioactive.
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 I already said that torches were lit.
Yep.
It seems that once again this trial has taken an unprecedented turn, to say the least. Unexpected even. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot?
Wait just a minute. I'm going to say
Maya.
something stupid to incriminate myself.
What is it, witness?
Mr. Goda isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after that old bridge got fixed up.
Maya,
Huh?
You can't testify to something like that.
Why? What do you mean? Eee!
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
She didn't. I'm afraid I don't follow.
Are you senile, old man? We established this just a while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, that's right.
Please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
Why are you
am,
defending
but you're
Godot so
making my
much?
job harder. Do you plan to drag this out? Do you plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? Because I'm getting paid by the hour. And if that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor. Let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her.
Right. Should we save before the testimony?
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was gonna do.
Ha! Nicely done then, Wright.
Okay. Very well. Let's hear the witness's testimony. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder.
On the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Attorney at Law.
I was not expecting this plot twist.
Mika was like, "That's
Oh, no.
ridiculous. That can't happen." And Steph was like, "Wait, what if it was Godot?" All right. Well, that was a short one, but we'll be back next time, where we will experience more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations.
Remember, if you're going to murder someone, don't wear red sunglasses.
That's true. Don't wear a visor that removes any element of stealth that you have.
Oh yes.
Alright, that's it. We'll be back next time.
Good night, all.
Ciao, ciao.